tomorrow. Everybody joins the crypto world. Break the chains, watch the future unfold. Decentralize, let your voice be heard. Everybody joins the crypto world. From wallets cold to markets high, together we'll reach the sky. Knowledge share the guiding light. Invest with wisdom, shine so bright. Our alliance stands for liberty.
Hello everyone! How is it today? I'm glad you are here with me live.
It's the way we'll follow. Everybody joins the crypto world. Break the chains, watch the future unfold. Decentralize, let your voice.
All right. Let's get started. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and also share this with someone who might benefit from it. My name is Shankar Ponsale, and I believe in the freedom through crypto. Is this something that you believe in as well? Give me a strong like and let me know in the chat. Type in freedom, why not? And we have Baru who is smiling with me. Awesome. Okay, so what is going on here for me? A lot, actually. I have my team meeting starting in half an hour, and then next week I will be heading to Amsterdam, Netherlands. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Fraggle says freedom. I don't know who Fraggle is. I want to know. Let me know who Fraggle is. Thank you, though. So usually when I stream live, I try to have quite a fast pace. I always find myself listening to these recordings on double times, sometimes triple times. So I try to have a fast pace when I am live. But awesome, Fraggle from Vienna. But today I'm going to try and relax. It's a Friday. And I'm trying to speak a little bit slower. So you let me know if, all right, it's Gerald, one of the Crypto Alliance founders. Awesome. You let me know if this slower pace is okay for you in a live setting. Deal? Okay. So what we've seen right now in the crypto markets is actually a little bit of a push down. Let's see if I look at the Bitcoin chart. Let's see what we're experiencing here. Looking at the Bitcoin chart. Okay, I want to show that to you. Share my screen window. Okay. So essentially, this is the Bitcoin chart, and it's looking. Honestly, it's looking pretty bullish overall. Why? How can you say that? Well, when you look at these charts, what you always want to do is you want to zoom out so you can see everything in context a little bit, okay? So essentially, we were ranging, we call this ranging, for quite a while. And then we had this nice rally up where we finally broke $100,000. That was very important for the psychological aspect of believing in this asset. And then we were kind of going up in that range between here at the lower boundary, roughly $91,000, 500. And then the top, of course, the all-time high here. Let's see, what was that? Yeah, 109,000. So what I want to do now is I want to zoom in on where we are right now, because it's looking kind of interesting. We have, first of all, this line here, which is a long time upwards trend. And then we have this descending trend, and Bitcoin broke out. And we all believed it's possible that we're off to breaking all-time highs, and that is what we really would need to get into the next phase of the bull run. But what is happening is actually something else, okay? So, and that happens very often, by the way. I call this the pit stop. So we're breaking out of a trend, And then we're all being tested, and we take this pit stop here. And hopefully, I mean, this could even go potentially as deep as the $100,000 here. And then I believe we're going to go up again. And again, this is the important barrier to break through to really get everything pumping. It can happen, but why is this down candle happening here right now? That is the question, and you always need to put these movements into perspective. Always need to put them into perspective. Understand what is going on in the world news-wise. Right now, the reason this candle has a little bit of a downwards push is because Trump is expected to talk more about imposing the tariffs on our neighbors here in the United States, Canada and Mexico. He's pretty serious about that, and that puts the markets and the economy a little bit in a situation where they are unsure about what that is going to do, especially for our inflation numbers, because very naturally, as we impose those tariffs on certain goods, there are definitely certain products that we import a lot from other countries, and that is food, livestock, crude oil. That's going to have an impact. We're importing a lot of crude oil from Canada, and if there was a tariff on that, that would obviously raise the price of gas here in the United States, which that is not at all what we want, and not at all what Trump wants. So he might give an exception on that, but all the detail is not out yet. And all of these talks, these moments where we are getting close to a decision like that, drops the prices of all our assets because the market is uncertain. And uncertainty is something the market doesn't like. And when we have uncertainty, we pull out of risk assets and go into stabler assets. So in the world of crypto, that is a stable coin. And when the entire market is more in stable coins than in risk assets or growth assets, then of course we see the price dropping a little bit. I personally, this is my opinion, not financial advice, I personally think that is very temporary, and it looks like we can really hold that boundary there at the $100,000 mark. And I was personally hoping that we would be around 115,000 by now, but you never know, right? I still am very bullish. Now, here's the thing. All of this is a trader's mindset. I look at these charts many hours throughout the day. I can show you here, I have my CNBC always on the wall, and I'm following closely what's going on. And that's necessary if you are a trader. You have to really be clued into what's going on, have your finger on the pulse of the news. Now, if you don't want to do that for whatever reason, then maybe you should consider yourself a saver. And a saver is one that we're going to, this is actually a video for you savers out there. The question that I have as the topic of this live is it too late to start? And the answer is, it depends. If you are a good trader, it's really never too late to start, because a good trader can make money in any market. Now, there are times where the good trader should kind of stay away because it's super volatile. But for the most part, a good trader can make money in any market. Then we have those investors of us that have about 1 hour per week to look at an aggregate way of what the markets are doing. And the investors, they kind of time the markets a little bit. They have somewhat of a sense for, we are at the low, we are at the high, we should go from Bitcoin into maybe the altcoins, or we should go entirely into stablecoins. Those are the investors. And this video I am recording obviously live today, is for the savers. Reason being is on our freshly newly released website for the Crypto Alliance. I'm actually going to blend that in here because it is typically I have this link out here, crypto.lifestyle, which is a landing page where you can give me your information, and then I will send you a beginner friendly video that shows you how to dollar cost average into Bitcoin beginner friendly. You can do that, by the way, now, but this is also a website that we have launched, My Crypto Alliance, which is going to be a platform also with lots of good information. As a matter of fact, almost all the videos that I do here on the live channels, they are going to be transcribed and turned into a blog post. So, but the point I'm bringing that up is because there is a risk assessment test quiz you can take, and it gives you 3 categories. Roughly speaking, you are a better saver, you're a better investor, or you're a better trader. And don't worry if you feel like you're in the wrong category, because it is a fluid journey. Like, it depends on so many factors in your life. And I myself have taken several years to go from saver to an investor to a trader. And this is just something that I want you to know is very important. All right. So the video that I will record that starts after here in about a minute, I will actually use that as the overview for the savers. For those who take the quiz and get the result, you are a saver, they then have a little button where they get taken to a video where they learn more about what it means to be a saver. And that is the video that we are about to do together. Okay. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat now so I can address them later. I always want to be available for questions. You want to take advantage of the fact that I am here live. And then, yeah, thank you so much. That helps a lot. All right, I'm going to play our little intro video. And then when I come back, I will just speak to the savers, because there's going to be so many people here that will be in that situation. Perfect. Awesome. So we discovered that your profile is being a saver. So let's think a little bit about who a saver is. What kind of situation are you in as a saver? In my opinion, you could be in almost any phase of your life, but most likely you are a young adult, you are a young professional, or you are somewhere midlife. You have figured out there's something that is called crypto and Bitcoin, and you're wondering, should I partake? How complicated is it? Is it too late for me to still make a difference in my financial future being a saver? You typically have a certain stability in your life where you have some regular income, but you don't really have a lot of money to invest. You don't have a huge savings account, for instance, that you could use to go and invest or even trade. But you have a stable source of income, and you can afford to take a small part of that income to dollar cost average into an asset of your choice. And of course, as a Kryptonian, as a believer in crypto, I recommend you pick Bitcoin for that. As a matter of fact, I do that myself. I only show things and talk about things I do myself. And because I started doing that in 2016, it put me on a trajectory where I now enjoy a lot of health, a lot of energy, because all of that is based on financial peace and freedom, which I'm enjoying. I'm here right now to show you that you are in a good spot to also have that for yourself in a few years. I'm going to show you two charts that to me say it all. They are fact-based. We look at the past to take an educated guess at where Bitcoin is in the future. They're fact-based. So come with me and I'll show you the charts. Just a moment. This is the first chart. I love this chart. Is the Bitcoin logarithmic regression charts. And basically what you see here on the x-axis is the years. Okay, we start in 2011, and here on the right hand side we have 2028, and then on the y-axis we have the price of Bitcoin. Now what I want you to see, that this long distance here took to get from 0 to 100, but here on the right hand side, one band represents going from 100,000 to 1 million. And that is what a logarithmic chart is. So the blue line is the price of Bitcoin, and we are here right now. So let me zoom in a little bit, if I can. There we go. We're here right now. And as you can see, if we continue this progression like so, somewhere in the early 2030s, we have a very high likelihood that that red upper boundary hits 1 million. And that is super powerful, because that means that if you take the time to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, you will have invested in an asset that at some point hits $1 million in valuation. And I think that is very, very powerful. And what you need to know is you don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin. No, you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. And that is precisely why I think that most people, even those who are investors and traders, should be savers at heart. The majority of their approach should be, I am a saver, especially in these situations. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. Based on the data, most people in investing and trading, they actually lose money. Most people lose money. So I think it's about 80%, 20% make money. So just by being a rational person who looks at numbers, that means that if 10 people watch this live stream and start investing and trading, statistically, 8 of them will lose money and only 2 of them will make money. So this is not the case if you dollar cost average into Bitcoin, and there's different versions of doing that. And that is, of course, something that you will learn if you join our community. So you can take the risk assessment on the Crypto Alliance, or what you can also do is join the mailing list under crypto.lifestyle. So that is for you, all savers out there. That I promised you a second chart, and I will bring it up. And it speaks a little bit more to the question of, are we too late to invest? Now, this here, to save actually, this is for savers. This here is the chart that is for the true savers who have a long-term horizon and who say, most likely, I am doing something with my life right now. I'm an active professional, but at some time, I of course want to retire, and I really just want to prop up my retirement nest egg. I want to make sure that I just don't have to get by, but really enjoy the luxuries, the beauties of life. That is what this is for. This is not for you to say this replaces my retirement plan. No, this super complements this, put this like a booster on your retirement plan. All right. That just want to make that very clear. The next chart here that I really like is this one, and it basically is a chart that looks at the current situation of where we are at in our bull run. Let me make that larger for you. A very, very powerful chart in a way, indeed, because what it does, it looks at the return on investment of Bitcoin for each bull run. Okay, so we have three graphs, not three lines here: the green one, the orange one, and the pinkish one. And the pinkish one is the one that represents the current bull run. And if you look at this, and again, this is a logarithmic chart, meaning it is adjusted price-wise, so we can compare. But if you look at this, Bitcoin is just taking roughly the same journey as it did in previous cycles, which means we are here, somewhere here, price-wise, we're at the same level. Everything looks like it's just going the way it is supposed to. And one thing I want you to notice is that what do you see here in the remaining part? It's kind of increasing at a much steeper rate. And that is because if everything goes according to plan, we're going to get into the final phase of the bull run, if you will, where really things start pumping. And this is the price of Bitcoin, mind you. This is not the altcoins. So what that means is that if you want to start right now, saving right now, it looks like you're actually starting at a very opportune time where Bitcoin still has a lot of room to grow based on history. Okay, so let me be very clear. I am not someone with a crystal ball. Nobody can time the markets exactly. We can only look at these situations, the news, the macroeconomics, and then where are we at, roughly speaking, with other indicators. And there are things to consider, such as the dominance of the stable coins compared to the general market cap, the dominance of Bitcoin itself compared to other altcoins and their market cap. And these are things that are advanced that you don't need to really worry about as a saver. Now, one thing I will tell you, when you start saving, you start dollar cost averaging, there will also come that time where we have reached the top of the bull and Bitcoin and the rest of the world will slowly taper down again. Bitcoin, most likely, if it behaves as it has so far, will never go to previous lows, but it will taper down. And that is where the saver does not do the following. He or she does not sell their Bitcoin. He or she will continue to dollar cost average to get Bitcoin at a discount. And if they need some cash, what they can do, if they know how, they can upload their Bitcoin to a exchange, either a central exchange or a decentralized exchange, and borrow against that type of collateral. Now, of course, you need to know how to do that, and that is why we have the Crypto Alliance. Again, for now, I just would really like to know what is your risk profile, and you just go to mycryptoalliance.com and you'll see the pop-up, you see the button, and you can take your risk assessment. I'd be very curious. It's just to know where you are at. Do we think, based on these questions, that you should be a saver, an investor, or maybe even a trader? I can tell you, being a trader takes a certain personality. Actually, I opened some trades this morning and not knowing or not thinking about the fact that Trump was going to speak about these tariffs, said that he's going to likely impose on our neighbors, Canada and Mexico, and that leads in a short-term pullback here, as I have shown you on the chart. But a trader also loves pullbacks to a certain degree because that gives them lower entry points into trades. Okay, that's great. Did I see any questions? Did that make sense, by the way? All of this makes sense? Let me know. I didn't see any questions, which is fine. It's a lot to take in. And what's very important in this field is to listen to concepts over and over again. Is really trading and investing is heavily based on educating yourself and on being curious about the world, being curious about its technologies and how news impact the world. That's why I think it's such an exciting field. But you sometimes need some guidance. You definitely need a community and to just make sure you stay on top of everything. And that's what we have for you. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't see any other questions. So again, telling you, this is Friday, late afternoon here in the US. In 5 minutes, I have my weekly team meeting with my employees in one of my companies. And then we have tomorrow, where I just have one day to prepare everything for our departure to Amsterdam. So next month, you can enjoy live streams from Amsterdam, from Manchester, and from Cape Town. All right. And all of this is proudly sponsored by Trading Profits, because I would not take my hard earned money and savings to travel. I want that to be based on passive income. Baru says everything clearly explained. Thank you so much, Baru. That means a lot to me. All right, I'm going to play you our Crypto Alliance theme song, which was entirely done by AI. So if that impresses you, then just know that AI is capable to also replace people in creative professions, right? Because this is very, very custom. As you will hear, the lyrics are custom to our Crypto Alliance. The music is actually pretty good. The voice is good. In the past, you would have had to commission an entire band, a composer, musicians, a studio. It would have cost thousands of dollars. And this here was possible in only a few minutes with AI. And the really cool thing is that if you can only use this technology by owning a self-custody wallet in your little browser. And yeah, so if you're curious how to do that, why don't you join our mailing list, and then you get a welcome email, and then you reply to me to that welcome email with the word music AI, and then I'll tell you exactly how that was done. All right. You can join by either taking the risk assessment profile test under My Crypto Alliance, or you can go to the landing page, crypto.lifestyle, and join. Awesome. Thank you, dear crypto allies, for being with me on the live stream. Your support means a lot to me. This is it for now. Shanka Ponsley, live streaming from San Antonio to the world. Over and out for now.
Crypto's here to lead a bright day. Educate and trade, let's pave the way. The alliance stands strong and brave. Follow. Everybody joins the crypto world. Break the chains, watch the future unfurl. Decentralize, let your voice be heard. Everybody joins the crypto world. From walls, from wallets, call to market.